Nice, baby. Ooh, that's a nice one. Ooh, there's one. I hope you guys can see this thing just swimming right up to my feet. Good morning, y'all. We are really close to my house at a little creek I found on Google Maps. I'm really excited to fish this place because I'm trying to find some places a little closer to home so I can do some quick pop outs and be back with the family by like noon or 1 o'clock. It's about 6 in the morning right now. We're gonna pop out. We're gonna hit this place up. I'm under a bridge and we're gonna fish for some smallmouth. So y'all remember to like and subscribe. Always appreciate you and enjoy this adventure. This being a brand new spot, I have no idea how to get into it. So I'm just gonna kind of experiment with going this way. Wow, that looks like a good hole right here. This rock wall, so cool. I love Tennessee for all the limestone bluffs. Here we go, here's a little trail-ish. Whew, stinging nettle. Gosh, stinging nettle hurts. I just gotta figure out how to get down here without falling in the water. Here, I guess I'm just gonna slide down this hill. There's one. I already got one. Nice. Oh, our friend Rock Bass, thank you so much, buddy. You always take a slow start and heat it up. Okay, let's keep moving. This place is so cool. It's actually pretty deep. Oh, there goes a smallie. Dang. I need to pull over here. Dang, that's a big smallmouth. I knew I was spooking stuff. If that smallie's there, there's more smallies. I really need to simplify my setups because I'm out here with 3 rods, you know, a huge backpack wading through all this stuff. I can't just stop and fish while I'm walking. I have to put all my stuff down. So I'm really always trying to think of some way to simplify things. Maybe do an episode where I just carry 1 rod and set up, and I don't know. I just, you know, you don't get much chance to get out and do these outings as you would like, so you just bring everything. Okay, we're in position. I want to take a little edge off of this. Gosh, I want to take a little length off of this worm, make it a 4-inch worm. Just a little bit. Got the wacky rig. Okay, we're wackied up. Let's get it in there. Look how pretty this place is. Tennessee's beautiful, guys. Ooh, there's one. That's a nice one. That was instant. Come here, bud. Ooh, a nice smallie. Come on. Perfect. Nice, baby. Wacky rig. Ooh, gotcha. Pretty smallie. Look at that, guys. Wow, he destroyed the wacky rig. It's gone. Man, that was instant. Instant fish. Wow, cool. This is a great hole right here. Let's get this out of here, buddy. Man, that's a nice one. Look at that. Beautiful. What a beautiful smallmouth. Gosh. Nothing's better than your plan coming together for the day and like making a slight adjustment to your tackle, taking a little bit off that worm made all the difference. I mean, maybe not, but it's never a bad thing for your a little adjustment to work. Guys, I'm gonna tie on my 8-pound fluoro leader with my Alberto knot. I love the Alberto knot. It took me a very long time to get it down. It still takes me a second to tie it, but it is a fabulous little knot for tying braid to fluoro, or any braid to leader connection of any type is my favorite. I do a surgeon's knot sometimes on fly fishing, but this is my main leader to leader or line to line thing I do. Particularly braid to any mono or fluorocarbon. Wacky rig on. That was the biggest fish I think I've caught on a wacky rig so far, that smallie. I haven't been using the wacky rig long. I know it's kind of like one of those techniques that people play or hate on, but whatever. Bass fishing is a quiet game. It's not shallow out there. It's not super deep, but it's not, not a shallow place. I'm gonna try to work my way up the right side there and get to that riffle up there I see. Cast under that. When I'm walking somewhere, I try to get completely out of the water if I possibly can, because I don't want to spook all that great water. Look at all that. We got great water all the way up through here. Darkness over there, it's crazy. Just try to be as quiet as I can walking out here and just skip this over there. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. There's one. Ooh, dang, man. They ripped that worm off. They grabbed the edge of that worm and get it off of there. Dang. I'm gonna throw another watermelon worm on with the tail pulled off to make it a 4-inch worm. Love this little wacky tool. Makes everything so much easier to get that ring on there. There you go. Boom. This is an indispensable little tool. Okay, y'all, we snuck in this area. Lots of bait fish moving around. Let's see, not a lot of deep water, but that looks very fishy. I kind of want to throw the Ned rig and be delicate. More delicate than typical. Okay, get under those rocks right there. Let's see what we can find. Oh, God. Man, that was fast. That has to be a smallie. Yep. Nice, baby. Ooh, that's a nice one. Man, that was immediate. That's another nice one. Yes! Wow. What in the world? Dude, this place is awesome. Wow. Okay. Man, ooh. We got all of our cameras there. Let's get this hook out of you, buddy. Man, that was fast and furious. Man. Wow. That's a good looking fish. Look at that. Whoa. That's a beautiful smallie. They are so alive. Look at that smallie habitat. This is insane. I'm gonna fish this next time. Look at those stacked rocks. Perfect. Looks like somebody stacked these rocks on purpose. It's so perfect, you know what I mean? Just big pieces of slate. And that holds smallies for sure. Man, y'all, look at all this wood. Somebody's been back here pushing around a bunch of gravel with an excavator and has really created a ton of cover back here. So I'm just going to keep working the Ned rig. I'd like to work the wacky worm back here, but it's a little too tight, I think. I'm trying to be as stealth as I possibly can because I can't get too close to this water. Let's see. There we go. There's one. Little smallie. That guy came out and pounded it. Come here, buddy. These fish are vivacious and healthy. There you go. That's a pretty guy. Wow. Okay. Came out of nowhere. And you know, with these holes, once you've fished it, it is done, in my opinion. So we'll just keep pushing ourselves up. Man, y'all, we have found a hole right here. Look at that. Look at the size of this deep, massive hole. I mean, it's so crazy. So let's let's work it from left to right with the wacky worm for a second and see how that does. There we go. Just nice and slow with the wacky worm. And then get into all that wood over there, my goodness. There has to be all kinds of fish in here. There's a big one, oof. Let's stay still. You see that guy? Look at that, big spotted bass. Okay, here's my wacky worm. Did not hit it, wow. Dang, that's crazy. That was a large fish. I think that fish might have saw me. That was a nice fish. They're cruising, man, they're looking. Whoa, that is a huge spotted bass. Gotta stay so still. God, you see that fish? Jeez. Look at the size of that thing. I hope you guys can see this thing just swimming right up to my feet. God. Try to cast it. He's looking for something to eat. Everyone's moving out of his way. God. Look at the size of that fish. You know me and spotted bass, man, I've had a real time with them. I wonder if he sees me. Definitely not interested in my bait right now. Y'all, I already had one of these rigged up. It's the Z-Man little TRD minnows in green pumpkin color. Already have one rigged up. This looks like almost anything any of these fish would eat in here. I keep seeing so many bait fish. This makes total sense. Nice and tight, good. Gosh, treble hooks, man. I just can't get a break with these things. My goodness. Jeez. God. Over and over again, man. We re-rigged. We've given this hole a chance to chill out. Kind of sat here for a little bit. And I'm gonna kind of get on my knees right here and fish from my knees as to not disturb this hole. Let me get all the rods up here. I really want to catch that big bass. I get kind of obsessed with a certain fish and I won't let it go. It's kind of a bad thing. And I'm gonna throw this little micro rebel popper thingy and see if we can entice it. Because this looks exactly like what's going on here. Make sure my drag is set tight. This is the ultralight, so. Let's see what this thing does. Bringing it back. Oh, it flashes nice. Looks just like the fish in here. Come on. Tie on another one of these little TRD bait hooks. These little like micro swim bait hooks from Z-Man. They're awesome. Okay. And this guy's been used already, but you know what? Whatever. Let's just see how it does. I'm all about reusing plastics. There it goes. That looks really fishy. I'm gonna throw like a little chartreusey little bait fish on now too. They didn't hit the other one, so let's see on the ultralight if we can get them to hit this guy. Okay guys, we're back in, fishing from our knees for some stealth. And we're gonna try to nail this guy. I'm gonna start with a little TRD swim bait. It is blazing hot out here. And I'm almost out of water, so we're gonna have to catch this fish or not. Let's get wild and just like not, you know, throw it somewhere where we haven't thrown it before. Like way up here. I can't believe we haven't nabbed anything out of this hole, you know what I mean? There's tons of fish in here, nothing's hitting, so this is kind of it. I feel like they're just a little shut down. It gets to a point of the day, man, where things just stop for a few hours until the evening. And it's hard as an angler to accept that. When you see the fish cruising around and stuff, you just can't accept that they're not hitting. All right, y'all, I'm standing in the shade right now. It is probably 100 degrees out here, and we're gonna wrap it up. We had an amazing outing today. We could not catch that last fish out of this hole to save our lives, or any fish for that matter. They just really completely shut down on us. They were refusing baits, turning away, but we had a great outing otherwise. We caught multiple fish. We caught 2 amazing smallies in brand new water. I can't tell you how good it feels to come to a new place and it works. I woke up this morning kind of dreading today, being like, ugh, I have to come out to this new spot. I have no idea what's going on here. I have to relearn everything. And today it was just a quintessential Tennessee creek fishing day. So I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.